So with this project, we're going to continue with the disbursement effect. This is the image I'll work with. I've already cut the background out of this one, so I'm going to create a new document, and I'm going to go to print, and we're going to make this 1080, and make sure this is pixels and not inches. It has to be pixels, so make it 1080 pixels. If you hit the tab key, it'll go down, and then we'll make this 1350, and again pixels, and then the resolution is going to be 100. So 1080 pixels, height is 1350 pixels, and then we have a 100 resolution. Click create. Once I've got my canvas, I'll just double click on this layer here, and then click OK to unlock it. Click back over to my original picture. Just take my move tool. Before I do that, I'm going to make this convert to a small object, and I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to drop it into my next project. So there she is. Just make her a little bit bigger. When you make them bigger, just make sure that you're pulling the corner and just pulling that up so you don't distort it. Some people will distort the images, so make sure you don't distort it. So anyway, there it is. So I'm going to add a background to this. First of all, I'm going to go to my eyedropper. I'm going to select the color. I'm just going to grayish, warm grey out of her shorts there. And basically what I'm going to do from now is go down to here, circle with the black and white on it, create a new adjustment layers. So basically what I'm going to do is click the adjustment layer and go to solid color. And then from there, I've already selected this background color, so it's filled it in already. So click OK. And if it's on top, you're going to hide everything. So if it's on top, then just go ahead and drag it down below and you'll see your image. Now we're going to create a second layer of the player. So here I'm going to take my move tool, click on that, select the layer, and then just drag that down to the plus layer. So that's the one next to the trash can, is the plus one. So I have two copies now. I'm going to turn the second copy off here, and that will give me the image here. So what I'm going to do is go to filter, and at filter we're going to go to liquify. Now before we can liquify, we're going to rasterize these images. So I'm going to go back to my first layer here. I'm going to right click. I'm going to rasterize layer, and then click on my second layer and also click on rasterize layer. Now I can go back to the turn this one off here and go back to the top layer, go to filter, and then liquify, and then all your options will be available to you. Now we're going to have a couple of options here. So the size of the brush, I'm going to go ahead and select her. Make sure this tool here is selected, the forward warp tool. It has some settings here. I'm going to go 150 for the size. Hit my tab button. It should take me down to my pressure, which is 100. Over to the density is going to be 32. And then from there, I'm going to look at everything else is going to be pretty much the same. So basically, I'm going to use the warp tool now, and I'm going to click and drag. I'm just going to pull pieces out of the image. Just take this one side of her body and just pull this to the side here. Control Z. Try and get the arm. Don't look like it's broken. And pull all this side out. So just keep pulling sections of it out. hair out a little bit more. That will do. Once we've done that, click OK. And then from there, we need to put the mask on. So coming down here, put a layer mask on. Click on the layer mask, then hit Control I for invert, and the layer mask should turn black. Then we're going to go over to the brushes. So we're going to find our brush. So we're going to, as I say, hit the brush tool here. There's a folder right here. If we click on the folder, click on the folder, and then I go to brushes, and then up in here I'll find all the different types of brushes. I have found here you got all the wet media brushes, special brushes, general brushes, and so you want to go to the special brushes. Click on that. Scroll down a little bit. Let's pull this down so you can see. And then I believe we want to go to the first one. It's the first one on mine at least. It's Carl's Spatter Brushes, and you can see that it's a spatter brush here. So this is the first one here. It's called the Bot Tilt. So click on that. I'll go ahead and make the size of the brush 290 pixels, 290, and then from there we should be good. Come back down over here, make sure the color is on white, and then from there we should be able to start painting back in the image. So I'm just randomly clicking to the right hand side of my image, bringing things back in. So as I say, just randomly clicking right hand side, and then the left hand side I can just start clicking a whole lot more just to start putting her back in. It takes a while, just keep clicking the left hand side on this particular image. The left hand side I want to be quite defined. Put the soccer ball back in here as well. So that's all solid. And then it's really just a case of what you like and what you don't like, and if you don't like something, change the color back to black and you can paint things back in. So switch to black and it should take it back out. Switch it back to white, and then you can start putting things back in. So at this point now it's just a case of what you consider to look good. Basically that is it. A couple of other things, if you really want to put some touches to it, you can make it a bit more personalized. Fit on the screen here. Basically go in there with some text. Take the text, you can play around with the size of it, color of it, shadows. I think I'm going to squash this down a little bit, make it more of a horizontal line look. And change the color of that. So double click on the T, click on the color, and select any of these colors in here. Let's see what the yellow looks like. It's too much. We've got the T.
Good morning.
I've used the color of the MVP logo, and basically I think it's a little bit strong, so I'm going to just click on it and drop the opacity down, maybe about 50%, maybe a little bit more. Just pump it up just a little bit, and then maybe put a drop shadow on there and see what that looks like. I can do bevel and edge, all these things you can play around with and make it your own. Try and put a drop shadow on this, and I think that's probably good enough. Just gonna see what it looks like with a drop shadow on this one. Just see what it looks like. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. If I drop that down a little bit, maybe the opacity, distance, play around with the distance, opacity, too strong, too much, come down. That's not too bad. Okay, and as I say, just play around with it and have fun and create your own, be creative.